The float bank is a series of 5 float switches that hang into the process water. The rising water level closes or opens these switches at their respective heights. In the European air scrubber, there are only 2, a maximum and a minimum water level. These work the same way as in the global air scrubber. Starting from the longest and lowest float switch, we have the minimum level float. Install it at an orientation that it falls open and lifts until straight to close the switch. If the minimum float is open, the controller will know there is not enough water in the system. The controller will stop the pumps and show the alarm dry run. Reset the alarm with the switch closed to restart the pumps. The next float up, or second longest, is the level float. On global air scrubber only, this is also lift to close. The float is set at the normal running volume. When it drops, it registers in the controller and opens the water supply valve for the preset time, usually 300 seconds. The next float up, or third longest, is the pump start level float. Before the pump is started, the process water will all be in the process pit. To prevent the pumps emptying the pit during startup while filling the system pipework, the process pit must be filled to a higher level. Once this switch is lifted and closed, the pumps can start. This float is then ignored. The next float up, or second shortest, is the drain float. When the volume in the pit is too high, through heavy rainfall, condensation or malfunction, this float will be lifted and the switch closed. It registers in the controller and triggers a drain cycle. Lastly, the shortest or highest float. This is the maximum level float. It is mounted, lift to open, 180 degrees opposed to the other floats. When the water volume reaches maximum capacity of the process pit, this float will lift and trigger an alarm in the controller, closing the emergency water supply valve. In global air scrubbers, directly triggering the emergency water supply valve to close. In this instance, it is almost certain there is excessive water being supplied. Check the emergency water supply valve and other potential water sources.
For more information, please contact us.